Welcome to Russellville Cyclone, Lady Cyclone basketball. Lady Cyclone's going to be taking on Morrilton. We're happy to bring you JV action early of the girls and boys. We're getting ready to start with varsity girls action. But before we do, they're going to do the national anthem. When they do, we will pause here and honor America, the playing of our national anthem. Russellville Lady Cyclones coming into this game 3-4 on the season. Played some very tough competition. Actually went on the road up to Northwest Arkansas last night and played at Rogers. Lost that game 67-58. And back in action tonight, playing back-to-back days. Not the first time they played back-to-back days. They did that last week, actually. Took a little break for finals and back to action yesterday and today. Lady Cyclone's going to start off with 6-foot junior, number 0, Mariah Ellis. Number 2, Sarah Velasquez. Velasquez, a junior, standing at 5'8". Kara Davis, the 5'2 junior, will also get the start, wearing number 3. Number 5, Maddie Howerton. She's a 5'5 senior. And Megan Fleming, the 5'7 senior, wearing number 10, gets the start for the Russellville Lady Cyclones. The Lady Cyclones coached by Sherry White and assisted by her son, Chase White. Turn our attention to the Morrilton Lady Devil Dogs. The Lady Devil Dogs going to be in their home white uniforms with a little bit of maroon and gray. They turn the lights off here, so going to be kind of tough for me to say who the starting lineup is. I can't even read the notes in front of me as lights are turned off. Looks like Cheyenne Kemp will get the start. She is a freshman. She's the one that everybody seems to be talking about. A 9th grader, 5'8 guard, wearing number 4. Will get the start. That's the only one that I know. We'll have to wait and see who else gets up off the bench. Can't tell you that they're 6-3 overall. They actually just played their first conference game last week. They defeated Maumelle 69-58. Cyclones and Lady Cyclones will not be starting conference action until after the first year, after the Hoops for Hunger tournament, which will take place next week. All right, number 5, Grace Brown, a 5'3 sophomore point guard. Number 30, Amaya Everett getting introduced right now, 5'7 senior. Kennedy Reel, she's number 23. She's a 5'8 junior. And Jahila Calvin, a 5'10 junior power forward. Lady Cyclones in their road black uniforms. Before last night's loss, the Lady Cyclones last played here at Morrilton in the Petty Jean tournament. They played 2 games, lost the first one, Sylvan Hills, but then they defeated Warren 59-55. That followed that Watson Chapel loss at home. Lady Cyclones play a very tough non-conference schedule, as do the boys, to help prepare them for what will be a tough 5A West this year. It'll be Ellis and Calvin jumping center, and Ellis wins the toss, and Kara Davis has it for the Lady Cyclones. Lady Cyclones in their road black uniforms with red trim, red across the shoulders. On the backside, black pants. Here's Fleming. Bounce pass inside. It goes out of bounds, intended for Sarah Velasquez. We're here on the Cyclone Booth YouTube page. This will be our last one. We're only on YouTube. River Country KCJC will be picking us up once we start the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Appreciate all their support and allowing us to do games that they don't broadcast on the radio. The three-pointer knocked down by Kennedy Reel. Draws first blood. They lead at 3-0. Ball was thrown out of bounds. It was deflected, though, by Everett, number 30. Here's a pull-up jumper by Velasquez, no good. Ball tipped and out of bounds, last touch by Russellville. The Lady Devil Dogs this year probably have one of the best assistant coaches, surely in the state, maybe in the nation. Carla Crowder, who had retired from Cabot a month later, agreed to help Morrilton. Carla Crowder, fantastic basketball coach at Atkins, Bryant, and Cabot. Lady Cyclones here trailing 3-0, almost getting a steal in the back court, but we're getting a foul called. This will be on Sarah Velasquez. We watched the JV boys game, and you got to watch it because in the 2 quarters that they played, there was 19 fouls called on Russellville, so we're going to be keeping count. That's the first one on the Lady Cyclones. We got a foul called on Morrilton underneath. I believe that was on Calvin, but I'm not sure. Nope, on Russellville. Check that. It was on number 10, Megan Fleming. Lady Devil Dogs will inbound on the baseline. Second foul called on Lady Cyclones. Brown gave it up to Kemp, the freshman. Her pass deflected, lost out of bounds. Last touch by Morrilton, belonged to Lady Cyclones. In the game for Russellville during that last dead ball was number 1, Olivia Barnes. Lady Devil Dogs going to pressure in the backcourt. Mentioned that about Carla Crowder, and she really liked the 1-3-1 zone defense a lot. Now let's see if Morrilton plays that once Russellville kind of gets set up. And there's a steal by Morrilton and a foul called by Kara Davis. Good hard foul there. It's going to send Kennedy Reel to the free throw line. Lady Cyclones trailing 3-0. That'll be the first foul on Kara. Free throw is good. Kennedy Reel with all 4 of Morrilton's points. Missed this one. Lady Cyclones blocked out, but nobody went for the ball. But Barnes does get it, gives it up to Kara Davis. She'll bring it up the floor for the Lady Cyclones, trailing 4-0. Velasquez launching a 3, nothing but net for Sarah. Lady Cyclones trail by a point after that made 3 by Sarah. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. They get it across court easily, and now a foul called on Kara Davis, and she's got 2, and she walks immediately to the bench and realizes she's got to come out. That's a tough foul call. The 4th foul called on the Lady Cyclones, as Megan Fleming will check back in for Kara Davis. She may be sitting for a while. 5:42 left to play here in the first quarter. In the corner now is Kemp, the freshman, working against Howerton. She'll dribble out to the left wing. Lady Cyclones in a man-to-man defense. Pass deflected out by Velasquez, but controlled by Reel. And she throws it away over here on the right side. 5:18 left to play here, first quarter. Lady Cyclones trailing 4-3. Howerton will bring it in the front court. Velasquez on the right side, back to Maddie. Barnes over on the left side. It's Olivia Barnes. Her pass deflected out, but Velasquez able to chase it down on the right wing. Goes to the high post. Mariah Ellis, turnaround jumper, rolls off the iron. There's Sarah with the follow, putting it high off the glass and in. Sarah's got 5 points, and Lady Cyclones lead at 5-4. I see games we've done, we've had a shot clock. I've been so used to that, looking up for it. It's not there. It's going to be at the Hoops for Hunger tournament next week. They go inside, shot put up, no good by Everett. Howerton with the rebound. Here comes Maddie in the front court, dribbling over on the right side. Backdoor cut by Fleming. Her pass is deflected out. Last touch by Fleming. It came down on top of her, and she was standing out of bounds. Allie Jo Dunlap, a 5'7" sophomore, will check in for Morrilton. She'll replace Everett. 4:21 left to play first quarter. They've yet to start the clock. And now the official realizes it, and he tells them, hey, you got to start the clock there. That's why that stoppage of play. 5-4, the Lady Cyclones leading. Pass underneath, shot blocked nicely by Megan Fleming, but here's an intercepted pass, and banking in a shot is Kennedy Reel. She's got 6. Lady Devil Dogs lead at 6-5. Trying to go inside to Ellis, does. Turnaround jumper over on the baseline, no good. With the rebound is Dunlap. Dunlap gives it up to Kemp. Kemp on the right wing. Take it right side, a little stutter step. Hits the layup. And Kemp makes it a 3-point lead for Morrilton. Pass deflected out of bounds, and that'll give Pilar Handy a chance to come in. 5'10" junior for the Lady Cyclones. She'll be replacing Mariah Ellis. Fleming over on the right wing to Velasquez, left wing. 3:23 left to play first quarter. Lady Cyclones trail by 3. Fleming goes to the high post to Handy, dribbles inside the lane, shot, rolls off the iron. Barnes there with turnaround shot blocked, and Morrilton has it. Here come the Lady Devil Dogs in the front court. Grace Brown picks up her dribble, needs some help. She gets it to Kemp. Take it over on the left wing, and Lady Cyclones make a switch there. In the corner now to Dunlap. She's hounded by Velasquez. There's a pass deflected out and stolen away by Fleming. 2-on-1 if she wants it. A bounce pass to Velasquez. Layup, count the basket, and the first foul called on the Lady Devil Dogs with 2:44 left to play here in the first quarter. And Sarah Velasquez got a chance to tie this game. She's had a heck of a first quarter with all 7 of Lady Cyclones' points. That foul is going to be called on Allie Jo Dunlap, be her first. Free throw is good. We're all tied at 8. Kemp will bring it up the floor for Morrilton, taking her time. Going inside now to Reel. Reel was caught underneath the basket a little too much. Able to dribble out and miss the shot as it was blocked. Gets the follow and draws the foul. It's 10-8 lead for Morrilton, and that'll be number 2 on Megan Fleming. Lady Cyclones in foul trouble in this first quarter. That's the 5th team foul call on Lady Cyclones. Fleming will have to sit down with 2. Kara Davis is already on the bench with 2. And London Barnes, number 4, the 5'7" senior, will check in. Free throw is no good. Handy with the rebound. And Pilar will bring it up. Nope, she's going to give it up to Maddie Howerton. Howerton over on the right side. He gives it up to London Barnes. Going inside. Velasquez has it. Right side of the lane, shot up, no good. Backside rebound controlled by Brown. He gives it up to Kemp. Bring it up the right side. Stops back to Brown at the top of the key. Lady Cyclones still in man-to-man defense. 10-8 our score. The Lady Cyclones trail by a bucket. Minute 51 left. Here underneath is Everett. She puts it up and in. Maya Everett gives Morrilton a 4-point lead. Maddie Howerton in the corner. Straight back to Velasquez. Left her open. Three-pointer won't go. Pilar Handy underneath goes back up. Count the basket, and she draws the foul. And Pilar Handy with the follow. Sometimes when your opponent gets it that deep, you just sort of let it go because you're not going to be able to foul them hard enough to miss the bucket. That's what happened there. They fouled Pilar Handy. That's just the second foul called on Morrilton. The first one on Calvin. Free throw is no good. Lady Cyclones trail by 2, 12-10 with a minute 31 left to play first quarter. Everett underneath. Shot looked like it was partially blocked from behind. London Barnes with the rebound. Lady Cyclones can tie it with a bucket here. Take the lead with a three-pointer. Minute 13 left. Velasquez won't use the screen. She'll take it baseline. Shot up. And gets the roll. Sarah Velasquez having a fantastic first quarter. She scored 10 of the Lady Cyclones, 12 points. So we're all tied at 12. 60 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's a steal by the Lady Cyclones. Came right at London Barnes. Handy on the left wing. Throw it inside of Velasquez and dribbles with the left hand, putting it up and in. And we have a timeout called by Coach McNabb. The Lady Cyclones lead it by 2, 14-12. 40.8 seconds left here in this first quarter. Kennedy Reels having a fantastic scoring-wise for Morrilton, and Sarah Velasquez is doing her best to match her. Lady Cyclones lead at 14-12. It's our first chance to be here for a Morrilton-Russellville game. We've been here last year and for the Petit Jean tournament. For the girls' game, I should say. Morrilton inbounding it. 36 seconds left. They're going to cross the timeline with 35. Grace Brown over on the left wing. Won't go to Everett. She'll give it up to Reel. 26 seconds. And here is Kim. Takes it baseline. Shot up and in. Kim gets the shot, and we're all tied at 14. 17 seconds left. Howerton in the front court. Bounce pass trying to go to Velasquez, just out of her reach. Lady Cyclones turn it over with 13.2 left. Russellville not going to pressure it all in the backcourt, so Morrilton's going to roll the inbounds pass. Clock won't start until they touch it, which is right now. Here is Brown with 6 seconds. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Kent. She splits a double team over on the right wing. Launches a three. It's good on the buzzer. Kent knocks down the three. And Morrilton leads it at the end of the first quarter by a score of 17-14. In that first quarter, Sarah Velasquez with 12 points for the Lady Cyclones. Pilar Handy had the other 2. For Morrilton, they were led by Kennedy Reel, who had 8 points, 7 points by Cheyenne Kemp, and 2 points for Everett. Lady Cyclones led 2 different times, but trailed by 3 on that three-pointer by Kemp on the buzzer. Russell with a couple people in foul trouble. Megan Fleming with 2 and Kara Davis with 2. And if our picture jars a little bit, it's because we're on a table here and we have some Morrilton fans that are hitting the table to the beat or maybe getting excited. So we apologize in advance for that. It's already happened in some of the JV games, happened a couple times here. Happening right now. Walton get inbound as they start the quarter with the basketball. Cheyenne Kent loses a dribble. Is there a steal? It is. Going to be controlled by Velasquez. Coming in from the right side. A little pump on the layup. Sarah's got 14. Lady Cyclones within a point, 17-16. Here's Grace Brown. Floats it over on the left side. Now eventually in the corner to Reel. Here comes a double team. Kara Davis in the game, as is Fleming. Kara Davis trying to stay away from any kind of contact. A three-pointer from the corner, no good. Tipped around, and Velasquez has it. Sarah going to push it up the floor. Throwing it to Pilar Handy, who has to save it in bounds as she was too far underneath the basket, about to go out of bounds, and Morrilton has it on the move. A minute into the second quarter, Lady Cyclones trailing 17-16. Brown thought about it, a little bit too far out, gave it up, gets it back. Grace Brown backing it out. Gives it over on the baseline. This is Everett. Floats it back out on the left wing, and a blocking foul is going to be called. And Coach Sherry White let out a big O on that one. She did not agree with that call. That'll be number 2 on Velasquez. So 2 on Velasquez, 2 on Davis, 2 on Fleming. That's the 6th team foul in the Lady Cyclones. First free throw is good. So they'll be shooting free throws for the next 6:42 of this first half. Missed this one. Handy with the rebound. 18-16 our score. With Morrilton leading. Barnes started to back her way in. Gives it up to Kara Davis. Davis on the right wing. They clear out for her. She started to drive. Step back three-pointer. No good. And Handy with the rebound. We're going to get a foul called on Morrilton. This will be just the 3rd team foul. Didn't really seem like much contact there, to be honest with you. And Coach Pinion, I think she agrees with me, saying, what's the foul called? I think that I really don't understand that one. I mean, we'll take it, but I think it was a, hey, the fouls are really lopsided type call. Lady Cyclones miss it there. Here's a steal by London Barnes. There's more contact there. Could have been a foul called there, but Lady Cyclones have it, trailing by 2. A long three by Megan Fleming, no good. With the rebound is Calvin. And she gives it up to Brown. Brown will bring it up the floor. Russell trailing 18-16. 5:53 left to play here in the first half. Going side to Everett. She's over on the right block. Double team, immediately kicked it back out. And now here in the corner, here's Reel. Her three-pointer won't go. Everett with the rebound on the right block. Puts it up and gets the shooter's bounce. Everett now with 4 points. And it's a 4-point lead for Morrilton. 20-16. Pilar Handy in the front court. Has it on the right wing. Drives around her man, loses the handle, and has to go to the floor to try to save it. Morrilton had it, and they threw it out of bounds. Good hustle by both teams on that play. 5:23 left to play first half. The Lady Cyclones trailing 20-16. Inbounds pass comes to Kara Davis. She'll launch one, and it's good. Kara Davis, her first bucket of the game, comes at a good time. The Lady Cyclones trail, but Miss Davis has just cut it to 1. 5:11 left to play here in the first half. Grace Brown over on the right wing. Lady Cyclones weathering the storm. They're hanging around. Things not going their way on the foul situation. They're not hitting very many shots. Here's a steal by Megan Fleming. Pass ahead going to Kara Davis. She has to chase it down the left wing. Dribbles back, three-pointer, a little short on that one. Maybe didn't get her feet quite set. Last touched out of bounds by Russellville. And Dunlap will come in for Morrilton, replacing Kennedy Reel. Lady Cyclones played at Rogers last night. They're playing here at Morrilton tonight. Both the girls and boys will take off until the Hoops for Hunger tournament. We'll talk about that at halftime of this game. Everett gets the pass inside, gets a shot to go, and a foul called on Pilar Handy. And Everett has 6 points. That's the 17th foul on Russellville, just the first on Handy, as we said. Free throw, clanks, no good. There's London Barnes with the rebound. Should give it up to Megan Fleming. 22-19, the Lady Cyclones trail by 3. Kara Davis over on the right wing, back to Barnes. Tried to go inside to Handy. It was deflected, and having the basketball now is Kemp. Dribbles out of traffic, now take it baseline. Didn't really know what to do with it. Was bailed out. Brown, three-pointer, in and out. Fleming with the rebound. Megan, cross-court pass in the front court to Howerton. She'll leave it for the trailing Kara Davis. And he gets it 15 feet away. Nice little drive. Misses with the left hand, though. Morrilton with the rebound. A pass out. Dunlap stops and hits the layup. Kara Davis did the smart thing. She was behind the play. Didn't want to commit her third foul. Lady Cyclones will call timeout, trailing by a score of 24-19 here with 3:41 left to play here in the first half. This is the largest deficit Russell's faced in this game, 24-19 here. Sarah Velasquez with 14 points. Kara Davis has 3. Pilar Handy with 2. 3 Lady Cyclones with 2 fouls. Velasquez, Davis, and Fleming. Morrilton right now is being led by Kemp and Reel. Both of those young ladies have 8 points. Amaya Everett with 6. The Cyclones using their first of 5 timeouts there. It'll be Lady Cyclone basketball. I didn't know why they looked like they were setting up. Morrilton was setting up to their offense. Russell going to take advantage of it, going inside to Ellis. Back out, Kara Davis, three-pointer, a little short on that one. Velasquez with great position, and we're going to have a jump ball, we're going to have a foul. They're going to call a jump ball. It'll belong to the Lady Cyclones on the baseline. Have varsity boys coming up after this. Expecting a great matchup. Both teams really playing well. Kara Davis steps inside the three-point line. Now turns her back to the basket. 3:18 left to play here in the first half. Lady Cyclones trail by 5. Velasquez just inside the arch. Will take it. Now a little reverse layup. Nice little shot. Sarah Velasquez having a fantastic first half. 16 of the Lady Cyclones, 21 points. And Russell trails by 3. Here's a three-pointer on the way by Brown. No good. Good position by Megan Fleming. And Lady Cyclones have the defensive rebound here. And now we have what? We've given a warning to Sherry White. I don't know why. She doesn't know why either. You know, there's 2 coaches roaming the sidelines right now, and I think they've earned a little bit here, and that's head coach Sherry White, the 5 state championships, and the assistant coach from Morrilton, and Carla Crowder. I don't know what that was all about. Might have been talking about the foul situation. She's not real happy about that, I know. Lady Cyclones trailing here 24-21. We like the video when we're up top, but we miss things like that. We can't hear what the warning was given. It was a badly missed three. Russellville has it on the move here. Velasquez gives it up to Howerton. A three-pointer won't go. With the rebound is Kemp. Kemp has a 4-on-2, and a charge is going to be called. I don't know if Fleming was set, but they initiated the contact with a little bit of an elbow, and that's probably the reason. You don't have to be perfectly still. It's a misconception there, and that's the fourth team foul on Morrilton. The first on Kent. Fleming, who took that charge, had it in the front court, gives it to Maddie Howerton. Lady Cyclones trail by 3. It's Fleming, her pass deflected out of bounds. It'll belong to Russellville here on our side across from the Morrilton bench. Minute 58 left to play here, first half. Kara Davis at the top of the key. A long three try. Nothing but net for Kara. Kara 2 threes here in this second quarter, and that one has just tied the game at 24. Kemp has it knocked away by Kara Davis. Davis coming in from the right side. Layup good. Russellville with the lead here, 26-24. Minute 27 left to play, first half. Over on the far left side, Dunlap goes to Everett. Lost it, gets it back to Dunlap on the baseline. Inside to Everett. Everett shot off the back of the iron and falls through. Everett. Kara Davis, three-point try. This one short, hits the iron. Last touched out of bounds, though, by Kemp. Stuck a hand out. If she doesn't, it goes out of bounds, belonging to Morrilton. Kemp will sit down. Calvin in for her. Under a minute to play here in the first half. We're all tied at 26. Fleming, Velasquez over on that right side. Ellis on the block. No good with the shot. Calvin with the rebound. Almost a steal there by Davis. A brief 5-on-4 advantage. Almost another steal by Davis. She was getting back in time. Brown dribbles way out up top. 32 seconds left. First half. Cross-court pass goes over on the left side to Dunlap. She'll take it baseline. Lost the ball. And then Maddie Howerton lost it. Must have hit a pebble. It just sort of jetted away from her. 24.7 seconds left in the first half. We're all tied at 26. Kemp comes back in the game now. $15 seconds. Here's Real. A lot of contact there. No call, and now double dribble is going to be the call. Coach White wanted a charge. Didn't get it, but did get the ended up getting the turnover there. 9.5 left. Tied at 26. Kara Davis in the front court with 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Here comes a double team. Fleming open with 2. Three-pointer. No good. Kara Davis with the follow, but couldn't get the shot off in time. She actually didn't even have it when the buzzer went off. We've come to the end of the first half. Morrilton and the Lady Cyclones tied up at 26. Give us just a minute to get some totals for you before we give you the stats of the first half. At the end of the first half, we're all tied at 26. Tell you about the Hoops for Hunger tournament coming up next week. It'll be Friday, Saturday, and Monday. The first time we've had that, but this is the first time that Sunday has been involved in the tournament. You see some of the Cyclone boys warming up, getting ready for their matchup here in a little while. We're going to have a little bit of delay between the boys and girls game because they're going to honor Shekinah Strickland, former Lady Devil Dog, who played here, won a state championship back in 2006. She's basically Morrilton's answer for Corliss Williamson. They've retired her number, but they put it in the old gym, and they're going to do that here. They're doing that between the boys and girls games, so that's why there'll be a little bit delay. She actually ended up playing her college career at Tennessee. She was the second pick overall in the WNBA for, I think it was the Seattle Storm, and ended up playing, I think, for Connecticut, WNBA team Connecticut, the Connecticut Sun, and then I think she's playing overseas in Turkey right now, but they've got her here tonight. I'll give you the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Starts on December 27th. The Lady Cyclones draw Little Rock Central. They'll play that Friday night, 7 o'clock, the next to last game. Of course, said 8 games on Friday, 8 games on Saturday, and 6 games on Sunday. But the Lady Cyclones will draw Little Rock Central. Win or lose, they'll play the winner or loser of Fort Smith Southside and Danville. On the other side of that bracket, Pottsville plays DeQueen, and Van Buren plays Pulaski Academy. Over on the boys' side, a very first game for Russellville boys will be the last game of Friday, 8:30 start if we're on time. Russellville draws DeQueen. Win or lose, they'll play the winner or loser of Rogers and Baptist Prep. On the other side of the bracket is Pottsville and Van Buren and Little Rock Mills and Greenbrier. That's a pretty stacked boys tournament there. We see some really good basketball action at the Hoops for Hunger tournament on Friday, Saturday, and Monday, December 27th, 28th, and 30th at Cyclone Arena. All the proceeds go to help feed Hungry. That's why it's Hoops for Hunger. And I think a lot of the teams will bring in, they do food drives in order to bring it in. And so that's a really good idea for the tournament that Coach Johnson started a few years ago. And again, that'll be at the Cyclone Arena. Boys and girls for Russell will play at 7 o'clock and 8:30. They'll have a shot clock, 35-second shot clock. So that tends to be a little bit exciting because not a lot of teams play around with that. However, we have seen the boys actually played with it 2 tournaments already, so they should be used to it. We're tied at 26 here at halftime, Lady Cyclones and Morrilton. The Lady Cyclones were led in that first half by Sarah Velasquez with 16 points, Kara Davis with 8, Pilar Handy with 2. 3 players for Russellville with 2 fouls, Sarah Velasquez, Kara Davis, and Megan Fleming. For the Lady Devil Dogs, they have 3 players with 8 points. Cheyenne Kemp, the freshman, Kennedy Reel, a junior, and Maya Everett, she's a senior. And then 2 points for Allie Jo Dunlap. And that's been the scoring. They don't have anybody with more than 1 foul. In fact, only 4 fouls called on Morrilton in that first half. The Lady Cyclones were 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the first half. And Morrilton was 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Morrilton boys, say surprise team. A lot of people thought they were a year away. But they're playing extremely well and on a big winning streak coming in to their game later against Russellville. They're 8-2 on the season, 1-0 in conference play. They've already played Maumelle. The Cyclones 7-2 overall, and a big matchup. And I know the people here at Morrilton are excited about it. They're filing in. Quite a few people as we're sitting on the Morrilton side. If you're looking across over at the Russellville side. Big matchup there. And a lot of people getting their first look at Russellville right now, and they're putting on a little bit of a show and knocking down some threes and a few dunks along the way. Morrilton not taking some warm-up shots. They may be, but they may be over at their old gym. They sound the buzzer with 1:45 left on the clock. Neither team, the Lady Cyclones nor the Lady Devil Dogs, have emerged from their locker room. Halftime score 26-26. Lady Cyclones the first to emerge over on the far side. 1:05 left before we start third quarter. Russell really did a good job of weathering the storm, of not shooting very well and being in some foul trouble, and managed what they had. And you wouldn't have felt bad if they had gone in down a little bit at halftime, but had the lead a couple times and tied here. And you just figure sometimes some of those shots start dropping. Good to see Coach White's husband over on the far side. And Debbie Mowdy is here, the former athletic secretary. Quite a few people from Russellville. Just a quick little drive on I-40. Russellville travels well anyway with fans, but being this close, it's good to see quite a few Russellville people have made the trip for this early, at least the early matchup. We'll start with the Lady Devil Dogs with the basketball. Tied at 26. Starting the third quarter. And in the game for the first time as we start the third quarter for the Lady Cyclones is Gracie Campbell, number 30. Played well in the JV game. The Lady Cyclones won 23-7 earlier. Knocked down a couple shots, a big three. Here's a three-pointer from the corner. No good. Tipped out. Nope. They have it underneath. Everett goes back up. No good. Ball tipped around a couple times. And Fleming with the rebound. Gives it up to Velasquez. It's Fleming, Velasquez, Davis, Howerton, and Gracie Campbell, the 5'10 sophomore. Didn't get an open look even though she was 15 feet away. Going inside to Gracie Campbell, and a foul on Everett. That'll be number 2 on Amaya Everett. Gracie having position coming across the lane there. Everett was a little late on trying to front the postman on that. Inbounds pass comes in the corner over here to Howerton. Here's Campbell, 15 feet away. Gives it back out to Howerton. Lady Cyclones reset it. Tied at 26. Just underway here in the third quarter. Velasquez has the ball tipped away from her. Got it back. Shot high off the glass. No good. Comes straight to Kara Davis. Her shot a little short. Tipped around a couple times. Kara has it. Nice little dribble splitting the double team. And Kara now with double figures with that shot. And Lady Cyclones lead it by 2, 28-26. And that's when you don't go right back up with it, when you're amongst the trees. But Kara, as quick as she is, there's a screen set by Everett. Peels off, gets it. Throws it back out to Kemp. She'll take a baseline shot. No good as it was stuck between the rim and the backboard. Get a foul called on Russellville, though. I think this is on Megan Fleming. That'll be number 3 on Megan. They call this a shooting foul, so Cheyenne Kemp going to the free throw line. She's 1 of 2 from the line. The free throw is good. 9 points for Kemp. Kemp misses the second, though. Velasquez had it. It was taken away. Calvin, they say it went out of bounds off Russellville. Lady Cyclones leading it by a point, 28-27 here. 6:42 left to play third quarter. Inbounds pass comes in the corner to Kent. Out to Brown. Lost her dribble. She can't. That should be a double dribble. She had it. It hit the ground and picked it back up. They're not going to call it here. Brown dribbles in. She's triple teamed, and let's see. A foul called on Maddie Howard. I thought they were calling 3 seconds in the lane because the official out on the far side called that. That's number 2 on Russellville and number 1 on Howerton. Bounce pass lost out of bounds. Belongs to Russellville over on that far side. Howerton sees the double team. Picks up her dribble, bounce pass in the front court to Fleming. Velasquez is open. Ball goes through her hands, but it doesn't go out of bounds. Kara Davis able to save it. Pulls up, 15-footer from the left side, no good. Good rebound there by Fleming, goes back up. Misses the shot, but it'll belong to Russellville on the baseline. Lady Cyclones leading by a point, 5:58 left to play, third quarter. Davis gets it inbounds to Fleming. This is Gracie Campbell leaving it for Kara. They left her open again. This one, 3-iron just barely graces the iron, and Morrilton had it. And Everett started to dribble before she really maybe collected herself. I don't know, dribbled off her leg or something. Just lost it underneath. Russell needs to make him pay for that. Getting an extra chance here. Kara Davis up top, three-pointer. Won't go. Everett gets the rebound. This time she won't lose it. She gets it ahead to Kemp. It's a 3-on-2 underneath. Here's a foul's going to be called on Kara Davis. She prevents the layup. However, that's number 3 on Davis. This will put Kennedy Real on the free throw line to shoot 2. Free throw's good, and we're tied, and the Barnes twins going to check in for the Lady Cyclones. Olivia and London replacing Davis and Fleming. Both Davis and Fleming checking out with 3 fouls. Free throw good. Kennedy Real now 3 of 5 from the free throw line, and she gives the Lady Devil Dogs a 1-point lead. The timeout's going to be called by Coach White. She could see that they were going to have problems, maybe with a 10-second violation. She's got timeouts to give. She still has 3 more here with 5:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Lady Cyclones trailing by a point, 29-28. Lady Cyclones after the timeout going to inbound it right next to the Morrilton bench. Howerton gets the inbounds pass. Still in the backcourt. Barnes ahead, and it's going to be intercepted. Calvin got the interception. Baseline jumper rolls off the iron, and there's London Barnes with the rebound. Maddie Howerton in the front court now. Tough to press after a missed basket. Usually doesn't happen. Here's Gracie Campbell from 15 feet away. He won't get the bounce. Velasquez had it, lost it. It'll stay with Russellville. It was just last touch by Kennedy Real. 5:04 left to play third quarter. Lady Cyclones trail by a point. Here's Velasquez fighting for the rebound. They're going to get her with a foul. This will be number 3 on Velasquez. And the 4th team foul on the Lady Cyclones. Russell trailing by a point, under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Double screen set for Grace Brown. Lady Cyclones make the switch. Bounce pass in the lane to Everett. Shot partially blocked by Campbell, and another shot blocked from behind by Campbell, but a foul called on who? Can't be on Gracie. They're going to call it on Olivia Barnes. That'll be number 1 on number 1. And the 5th team foul on the Lady Cyclones. Fouls in this game going much like the junior varsity boys game earlier, where 19 fouls called on Russellville to 7 called on the other team. The game for the first time. Rain Thone, number 12, 5'7" sophomore. Lady Cyclones have had to try to do what they can to manage the foul situation. Looks like Kara Davis with 3 fouls going to check back in after this free throw. Calving missing the first, hitting the second. It's a 2-point lead for Morrilton. And Kara Davis is going to come back in. Coach Sherry White feels like we got to see what we can do here. Even with 3 fouls, you just got to play careful. And Davis in the front court. Sees the double team. A bounce pass to Rain Thone. She has it at the top. Quick pass to Campbell, 15 feet away. She had a little touch pass there to Howerton. Kara Davis just inside the free throw line. Campbell, she can hit it from there. This one, three-pointer rolls off the iron. She knocked down a 3 in the JV game. This one doesn't go. Morrilton back the other direction. Kent. Baseline nicely cut off by Howerton. Cross-court pass to Brown. Her three-pointer won't go. Rebound. Gracie Campbell had it. It was knocked out of bounds by Calvin. It'll belong to Lady Cyclones. Russellville trailing by 2 here, 30-28. 3:57 left to play in the third quarter. Velasquez over on that far side. 3:44 left. Howerton at the top. Back to Velasquez. Driving down the right side of the lane. Back to the basket. Picks up her dribble. Shot high off the backboard. No good. Velasquez had it. And we're going to get a foul call. How about that? Foul called on Morrilton. Fans don't like it, but that's just number 2 on the Lady Devil Dogs. That'll be the first on Kennedy Reel. Kennedy Reel deflects the inbounds pass, saves it, but straight to Gracie Campbell. Still 5 on 4. Kennedy Reel still not yet on the floor. Now she is. Shot from in the lane, no good. Ball tipped around a couple times. Last touch by Morrilton. Lady Cyclones went about on the right baseline there. 3:21 left to play. Just third quarter action here. 30-28 our score. The Lady Cyclones trailing. Davis there battling for position with Kennedy Reel. Official has not given the ball to Howerton yet. Handed off to Kara Davis. 3 from the corner. No good. Gracie Brown gets the backside rebound. Pass ahead to Reel. Mishandled it and goes out of bounds. Good job there by Gracie Campbell. Battling for it and then knowing when to let it go. Ryan Thone, number 12, with it. Floats it over to Campbell. Back to Thone. Lady Cyclones beat the press and in transition, slow it up. No, backdoor cut. Nicely done. Nice feed by Howerton. And Davis is 12. We're all tied at 30. They lulled me to sleep on that. Pass deflected out of bounds. I don't know if Velasquez or Campbell got that. But it was going to be a sure layup if they didn't. And a foul called on Russellville over on the baseline. Velasquez upset about it because that's going to be number 4 on her. The 16 foul on the Lady Cyclones. And Coach White's going to leave her in the game. And Velasquez responds by deflecting the inbounds pass and a foul called. Well, these guys got great eyes. I think that's a. I say great eyes. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but if the official out on the floor, way out at half court, made that foul call, and that's going to be on number 4, Kemp, just her second. These guys are watching areas of the floor that really they're not supposed to be watching, I guess I should say. You're responsible for a certain part, and now the fouls get a little bit more even with a touch foul call there. That'll be on Allie Jo Dunlap, her second. So it's not going to look as bad as it was while they're going at 6-2. It's 6-4 now. That's 2 on Dunlap. 2:31 left to play here, third quarter. Lady Cyclones tied with the Lady Devil Dogs. Rainthorne goes to Kara Davis just inside the free throw line. Takes it right side. She's going to be fouled on her way to the basket. Tell you, she got between Dunlap and the basket. And that usually spells trouble if you're a defender. And that'll be number 3 on Dunlap, who's had 2 of her 3 fouls picked up here in the last 15 seconds. Free throw is good by Kara Davis, her first trip to the free throw line. She breaks the tie. The Lady Cyclones lead at 31-30. Second free throw, no good. Good job by Velasquez not committing her 5th foul there. There's a layup miss. Battle for the rebound. Sarah's got it. Lady Cyclones going back the other direction, leading by 1. 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Kara Davis catching it on the right wing. Step back, thought about it. Instead, she's going to go inside to Campbell. Nice little move in the lane. Shot up and in. Gracie's first basket of the game. The Lady Cyclones lead it by 3. Cheyenne Kemp, the freshman, over on the left wing. Kennedy Reel, 3-pointer, won't go. Long rebound comes to Howerton. Was away from Cheyenne Kemp. Now a crossover dribble leaves her in the dust. Left side, 3-pointer. Velasquez won't go. Long rebound. Be careful, Sarah. Okay, that's a tie ball. It'll belong to the Lady Cyclones. Be careful because Sarah's got 4. And I think Coach White's probably telling her just that. So you got 4. You need to be careful on stuff like that. There's a sub coming in. Nicole Jones, a 5'6" junior. Her first action. Minute 21 left to play 3rd quarter. Lady Cyclones lead at 33-30. Kara Davis lobs it up top to Gracie Campbell. Trying to go back inside of Velasquez. Nice pass from Gracie, and Velasquez cashes in. She's got 18. It's her first basket of the 3rd quarter, and Lady Cyclones with their largest lead of the game at 35-30. Nicole Jones back to Gracie Brown, number 5, dribbles it way out on the right side. Jones faking the 3, steps inside, and gets it back in the corner now. This is Brown with 50 seconds left. Lady Cyclones come with a double team? No. He's making a switch there. Kemp with it. In the corner. Brown. Guarded by Sarah. Cross-court pass over to Brown. Saying Nicole Jones was the one in the corner. A step back. Kemp. 3-pointer. Good. 24.4 seconds left. And Morrilton calls a timeout here with 24.4 left. That's odd, really, to use a timeout hitting that 3 there. With 24.4 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They have 3 left. But you kind of wonder what they're up to. 12 points for Cheyenne Kemp. That's her first made field goal of the 3rd quarter, knocking down that 3. Lady Cyclones, though, still leading by 2. As we said, 24 seconds left. Well, varsity boys action to follow this. This Lady Devil Dog team 6-3 on the season. They had started off the season with 3 victories against Providence Academy. They actually beat Benton 49-32 and beat Sylvan Hills 56-40. Their last game, they defeated Maumelle by 11, and Maumelle is a conference game for them. So they're 6-3, but they're 1-0 in conference play. Lady Cyclones won't start conference play until after January, after the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Both the boys and girls, their first conference game will be January the 10th, I believe. I believe they come back after the first year and they go to Mountain Home for a non-conference game. Well, they don't come out with pressure, so I'm wondering why the timeout. Lady Cyclones' lead is 2. There's that 1-3-1 zone defense. Kara Davis takes it baseline, picks up her dribble, lobs it inside to Velasquez, shot up and in. Well, they allowed Russell to design a play. Lead is 4 for the Lady Cyclones, 37-33. The shot partially blocked. Campbell gets the rebound. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter with our score. The Lady Cyclones 37 and the Lady Devil Dogs 33. Unless there was some reason, again, we're not down there. We don't know. They know better than we do. But Morrilton calling a timeout after that made three with 24 seconds left, coming out of the timeout, not pressuring. You just wonder what it was. I was fully expecting them to come out with some sort of trap, maybe trying to draw a fifth foul on Velasquez, but it didn't happen. Kara Davis with 5 points in that quarter, playing through some foul trouble. She has 13 for the game, 20 points for Sarah Velasquez overall. Gracie Campbell had a big bucket in that quarter. The Lady Devil Dogs with 2 players in double figures. Kennedy Real has 10. Cheyenne Kemp, the freshman, with 12. Lady Cyclones leading by 4, 37-33 as we get ready for the final quarter of play. It'll be Morrilton basketball. Lady Cyclones a little late coming out. Better watch it. They may hand the basketball to Morrilton. Russell's just now taking the floor. It'll be Rain Thone, Maddie Howerton, Grace Campbell, Sarah Velasquez, Kara Davis on the floor to start this final quarter of play for the Lady Cyclones. Here's a steal by Kara Davis. She's trying to get out in front of everybody here. They're coming in from both sides. Layup good. Kara Davis with 15. Just a little bit quicker than everybody else. Lady Cyclones with their largest lead of the game now, 39-33. Velasquez on the floor with 4 fouls. Kara with 3. Fleming on the bench with 3 fouls. Here's a three-pointer missed, and Velasquez, she's the last one to touch the basketball over on that far side. They are trying to draw a foul on Velasquez. They were the final 2 minutes there when they had Nicole Jones in there, guarded by Sarah. Inbounds pass comes to Real. She'll launch a 3. This one in and out, and tipped around a couple times. Velasquez last touch it on that far side. 39-33. We're in the final quarter of play. The Lady Cyclones leading with 7:20 left. Here's Kemp, three-pointer. Hits the backboard, but there, right in the right spot, Gina Calvin. And Kemp probably saying to everybody that was a pass. That's what I'd be saying. 4-point lead for the Lady Cyclones. Russell looking over this pressure. They do have 3 timeouts. Don't want to waste one here. They do beat the 10-second count. Kara Davis on that right side. Maddie Howerton open three-pointer. This one in and out. With the rebound is Everett. And the pass deflected out by Velasquez. Hit the official. Right back to Sarah. Missed the shot. There's Kara Davis with the rebound. Puts it up no good. Kara, and last touch by Morrilton. It was knocked from her hands. But it was deflected by Velasquez, and it hit the official. And Coach White is over on the far side. She's talking to the official that wasn't even involved. She's having to be restrained by her assistant coach / son. She's had a lot to complain about, and I don't know what that one was, but I know earlier. The inbounds pass comes to Campbell. 15-footer won't go. With the rebound is Kemp. In the front court. Racing, stops, now takes it right side and gets the shot. Gracie Campbell trying to take the charge, but no call. Kemp with 14 points. It's a 2-point lead for the Lady Cyclones. Kara Davis in the front court. Dribbles to 15 feet away, stops, looking, gives it over on the right side to Thone. Campbell calling for it on the right lane. Backs away and turnaround shot. It's going to be partially blocked. They got a good part of the arm, too. This will be the 3rd foul on Amaya Everett, and we'll put Gracie Campbell on the free throw line to shoot 2. A 16th foul on Morrilton. The free throw's good by Gracie Campbell. Free throw no good. Lady Cyclones lead it by 3. And we got a whistle, a foul at midcourt. This is going to be on Gracie Campbell. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation for Morrilton. This will put Kennedy Reel on the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. She's 3 of 5 from the line. Hit her last 2, though, in the third quarter. In fact, that was her only points in the third quarter. She's double digits for Lady Devil Dogs. Free throw no good. The rebound is Howerton. 6 minutes left to go in the game. Lady Cyclones lead is 3. Reach around foul is going to be called on Kennedy Reel. It's her second. Sometimes you don't mind that if they're denying the pass in the lane, but that was a good ways away from the basket, so you don't really like that as a coach. Laying that close to Kara Davis, who had her back to the basket. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Morrilton with the rebound. 5:46 left to go in the game. Lady Devil Dogs with a basketball. Russell with a 3-point lead. Kemp sees the double team, picks up her dribble, needs some help. Tried to throw it away off somebody out of bounds, but threw it straight to Kara Davis. Didn't throw it hard enough or at the right angle. Kara, little crossover dribble going inside. Now on the right side to Campbell. Her shot won't go. Trying to get the rebounds. Tipped around, and Everett has it. 40-37, the Lady Cyclones lead. Over here on this left side is Grace Brown. In the corner, Reel open from 3, no good. Backside rebound controlled by Howerton. 5:08 left to go in the game. Maddie in the front court. Ahead to Campbell. It was off her hands. And now Campbell got kneed a little bit. No call there. And some of the fans responding on that far side. We got a foul going the other direction. Looked like Everett gave a little bit of a shove once she got the basketball, and the official, who should probably have called the foul there, is calling both of them together, but Gracie didn't do anything. Gracie had tried to get the pass, hit her left hand, and that's what she said. She goes, she need me in the, I think she said, she need me in the stomach. And Gracie had just fallen down. That last foul called on Howerton, her second. A free throw is good by Reel. It's a 2-point lead for the Lady Cyclones with 4:55 left. Second free throw is good. And it's a 1-point game. Russell leads it 40-39. Here's a steal in the backcourt against Kemp. Shot up and good. The foul's going to be called on Kara Davis. That'll be her 4th. And Kemp gives Morrilton the 1-point lead as going to the free throw line for the and 1. 16 points for Cheyenne Kemp. Free throw is good. I don't know why they're giving him. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know why they're giving him another free throw, because that was it. 42-40. Morrilton with the lead. Long pass down the floor is deflected out of bounds. It'll belong to Russell. We're not high up enough because there's some people in our way on that far side missed that little bit of that there. Inbounds pass comes to Howerton over on that left wing. Fleming catches, three-pointer. Off the mark. Velasquez, backside rebound. Couple dribbles, needs some help. Out to Howerton. 4:26 left. There's a three-pointer knocked down by Kara Davis. Fantastic time for that one. 18 points for Kara. Lady Cyclones back up by 1. 43-42. 4:14 left. Here comes a double team. Kemp backing away from it. Throws it inside. It was tipped by Pilar Handy. Controlled by Reel. Her shot up no good. And now we have a rebound underneath. Ball lost and picked up by Howerton. Maddie Howerton in the front court. Gives it up to Pilar Handy. Just inside the free throw line. Out to Velasquez. Three-pointer from the right wing. Nothing but net for Sarah Velasquez. Her second three of the game. First one since the first quarter. Lady Cyclones lead by 4, 46-42. Back-to-back threes by Kara Davis and Sarah Velasquez. 3:36 left to go in the game. Here on the baseline is Kennedy Reel. Out up top to Grace Brown, who's back in the game. Quite a big long rest she had. Point guard for Morrilton. Dribbles over on the right wing. In the corner here is Real. She's going to launch a three again. Again, it's short. Lost out of bounds. Last touch by who? Last touch by Russellville. The official on the far side is he got his shirt untucked. I don't know if he realizes it. He can't get on to anybody for having their shirt untucked. Inbounds pass on the right baseline comes to Brown. Fakes the three. Dribbles out to the right wing. Here's Real. She'll take it baseline. Be careful, Sarah. She's playing with 4 fouls. Cross-court pass comes to Kemp. Three-pointer from the top of the keys. An air ball. Might have been tipped by Handy. Velasquez with the rebound. I'm not sure it was blocked or not. In the corner. Three-pointer. No good. On the far side, there's a battle for the loose ball. It goes off the foot of Everett and comes straight to Dunlap. Dunlap, long pass down the floor. It's a 2-on-1. Quick pass to Everett. Goes behind her. Kennedy Real tried the quick touch pass. Not a bad idea, but threw it behind Everett. It was a good idea, just a bad pass. 2:46 left to go in the game. Lady Cyclones lead is 4. Velasquez in the front court, dribbles over on the right wing. Both teams are in the 1-and-1. Russell going to run some clock here. Remember, we don't have a shot clock here. We've been playing these tournaments where we have had, so Russell can run some time off the clock if they want to. Fleming and Howerton playing catch. A little bit of contact, no foul call. Fleming, and now there is a foul call. This will be on Everett, and that's her 4th. Sort of just a drive-by swipe by Everett as Fleming, that's not her man, and Fleming, who has not scored in the game, going to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Morrilton's in the double bonus. Russell's still just shooting the regular bonus, 1-and-1. Everett thought she was going out of the game with 4 fouls, and they said, nope, you're staying in, as they bring Calvin back in. Free throw is good by Megan Fleming. Lady Cyclones lead is 47-42. Second free throw, no good. Good position there by Calvin. Get the rebound. Ahead to Kemp. Double team, now triple team. Gives it over to Calvin. Everett cutting. Might have got away with a walk here on the baseline. Jumper is good by Kennedy Real. 14 points for Real. 3-point lead for the Lady Cyclones. Howerton was open, not going to launch it. Gives it to Kara Davis. Dribbles just inside the free throw line. Back out. Lady Cyclones going to run a little bit of clock here. Minute 48 left. You're up by 3. Why not? Kara Davis. She's going to take it right side of the lane and throws up a shot. A foul called, and good awareness by Kara Davis to throw up the shot as the foul was on Kennedy Real, because I think they're going to allow 2 shots there. First free throw, no good. This was a shooting foul. Now, for the next foul, Russell will be in the double bonus. Second free throw is good. That's a big free throw after the miss because it's a 2-possession game. Minute 40 left. Lady Cyclones up by 4, 48-44. This is Kemp, the freshman, working against a double team, still with a dribble. She's not looking for the open man. Now she is. Cross-court pass. They go inside now to Everett. She's double teamed, back out to Real. Picks up her dribble. Cross-court pass to Everett over on that far side. She'll launch a 3. This one no good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Kara Davis. Good job by Kara, just saying, hey, let's get this out of here, get this off the baseline. Heads-up play there when you can't get the rebound, but you can knock it away. That's what she did. Inbounds pass comes to Brown. They're going straight back to Kemp. She'll take it baseline, drives around Handy, and hits the layup. Kemp with the bucket and a timeout taken by Morrilton with 1:10 left. Lady Cyclones lead us 2. $19 points for Cheyenne Kemp. 14 points for Kennedy Real. For Lady Cyclones, 19 points for Kara Davis. 23 points for Sarah Velasquez. It was back-to-back threes by Kara Davis and Sarah Velasquez that gave Lady Cyclones a 46-42 lead. with this timeout. Morrilton has 2 timeouts left, the Lady Cyclones with 3. And the first object for the Lady Cyclones is just get it in the front court without the 10-second violation. I know Morrilton is probably talking about who to foul, but first and foremost, they're probably trying to get the steal. Lady Cyclones lead by 2. Between these games, it'll be a little bit of delay because they're going to honor Shekinah Strickland, the WNBA player who played here at Morrilton, won a state title in 06. She was the 2nd overall pick in the WNBA after playing at Tennessee. I think she's playing in Istanbul now. So they've retired her number, but they're bringing it over, kind of like what we're doing with Corliss on January the 30th. But we'll have a different video up for the guys. But first things first, we got 70 seconds left in this game. Lady Cyclones lead by 2. Inbounds pass comes to Kara Davis in the corner. They don't double team. She splits it and races in the front court. She's taking it right side, going to take it all the way and miss the layup. With the rebound is Calvin. Gets it to Brown. Lady Cyclones lead by 2. 57 seconds left. Brown in the front court. Now Lady Cyclones chasing her. Almost a steal out. And now, let's see. A whistle and a foul is going to be called on Velasquez. She thought there was a loose ball. She was going for it. And Sarah Velasquez is just fouled out of the basketball game. She's fouled out with 23 points. That's the 10th team foul on the Lady Cyclones. It'll put Kemp on the line to shoot 2. The Lady Cyclones lead by 2. That's a tough foul. Velasquez thought it was a free ball, and she was just going for it. The official on this side called the foul. Free throw is good by Kemp. She's got 20 now. Velasquez fouls out with 23 points. She had 12 of those 23 in the first quarter. Single-handedly kept Russellville in the game in that first quarter when they trailed by 3. This one could tie it here with 50 seconds left. Free throw, no good. Russellville, Pilar Handy saves it in bounds. The Lady Cyclones lead by a point. The clock has not started. Now it starts. That's a good 3 or 4 seconds that should have been run off the clock there. It's the second time we've had that in this game. Kara Davis pulls up from just inside the lane. No good. Pilar Handy saves it in bounds. 35 seconds left, and now they're going to foul Fleming. 33.8, should be probably about 30 seconds left. Russellville with a 48-47 lead. And Fleming will shoot 2 here as Russellville's in the double bonus. Free throw, no good. That's the 4th team foul on Kennedy Reel. Megan Fleming now 1 of 3 from the line. Second free throw, missed them both. It's a 1-point game. Lady Cyclones lead it. Reel gets it ahead to Kemp. Kemp in the front court. Russellville leads by 1. Brown, three-pointer. This one's short. Pilar Handy with the rebound. And they're going to foul her in the back court. We'll walk it to the other end. That'll be on Kennedy Reel, and she's fouled out of the basketball game with 14 points. Lady Cyclone's going to have to make some free throws. And they have not done that very well in this fourth quarter, but can all be forgiven with a couple of makes here with 21 seconds left. Andy, this is the first one. Okay, this is still important. This ensures just a regular bucket can't beat you. Only a 3 if you can make it here. She hits it. Good job, Pilar. Lady Cyclones lead at 49-47 with 21 seconds left. Kemp in the front court. Dribbles on that far side. 15 seconds. Splits a double team with a pass over here to Dunlap. Dunlap traveled with the ball and no call. Missing a 3. Dunlap gets it inside. Shot blocked and a foul called on Russellville. Are you kidding me? They missed a traveling violation on Dunlap out on the left wing. Everybody was asking for that travel call. With 6.1 left, though, they do get the foul. This is going to be on Pilar Handy, her second, and going to send Allie Jo Dunlap to the free throw line. She has not been to the free throw line yet tonight. First free throw is no good. No good. Now, if you're Morrilton, do you miss it on purpose? Do you make it? They have 2 timeouts, but they're not going to use it or talk about it. Second free throw, they make it. 6.1 left, and now Coach McNabb, used to be Pinion years ago. Karen McNabb calls a timeout. She's got 1 left. Lady Cyclones with 3, and it'll be interesting to see if Russellville wants to use one after they get set up. Does Morrilton use another one once Russellville gets set up? Chess match at this point. Lady Cyclones, though, leading by 1, 49-48 with 6.1 left. It's a traveling violation that was not called, and that's what the Cyclone fans over on the far side all wanted. Didn't get it called. Ended up a foul called on Russellville's Pilar Handy. Turned out to be not too bad, though, because Allie Jo Dunlap only made 1 of 2, so Lady Cyclones have the basketball and a 1-point lead with 6.1 left. Russellville does not have to get it in the front court. It's a 60-second timeout. However, Lady Cyclones have chosen to treat it like a 30-second. What I mean is they've not gone to the bench to sit down. They've stayed out on the floor designing an inbounds play. That's what you got to do. You got to get the ball inbounds first. Morrilton with 1 timeout left. The Lady Cyclones with 3. Lady Cyclones lead at 49-48. Kara Davis will be the trigger man. She's going to throw it out in the midcourt. It's going to be stolen away. Kemp has it, lost it. Going to the floor is Rain Thone. She has it, and she's going to be fouled with 1.2 left. Kemp lost as it was knocked away from behind. Rain Thone goes to the floor to save possession. She didn't have to get rid of it. All she had to do was hang on to it, because even if they rule a jump ball, it's Russellville basketball because they have the alternating possession. So Morrilton didn't want to tie her up. They wanted to foul her, and they do get the foul call with 1.2 left. Lady Cyclones with a 1-point lead. Rain Thone, 5'7" sophomore, knocks it down. It's a 2-point lead, 50-48, and now Morrilton wants to take their last timeout. They have no timeouts left. Going to figure out what to do on this one, whether she makes it or misses it. You know, Russell would like her to make it because that ensures even if it's a miracle shot by Morrilton, it can't beat you. There's some school of thought where if you lead by 1 here, you missed it on purpose because it's harder to get an inbounds or you can't throw it the length of the floor. But only up by 2, you don't want to miss it because if they do heave it, that would beat you. Lady Cyclones going to come out with nobody on the lane. Going to have everybody back. They don't want any chance of a foul. And Rain Thone going to the free throw line for her second. She made the first, made it a 50-48 game. 1.2 seconds left. And she misses it on purpose, but it didn't hit the rim. It didn't hit the rim, so they stopped the clock. They get it to Kemp. Kemp, a couple dribbles, launches it. She didn't get it off in time. It hit the backboard. They would have counted it, but she didn't get it off in time. The Lady Cyclones win the ball game by a score of 50-48. Just a minute for our totals. Big free throw there made by Rain Thone. She missed the second one on purpose as instructed by the coach. Lady Cyclones able to play good enough defense, get in the way of Cheyenne Kemp, the freshman, not allow her a clean look at the basket. For Morrilton, they were led by Cheyenne Kemp, who had 20 points at the ball game, 14 points for Kennedy Real, who fouled out, 8 points for Amaya Everett. Lady Cyclones, they were led by Sarah Velasquez, who fouled out of the basketball game with 23 points. Kara Davis had 19. 3 points each for Pilar Handy and Gracie Campbell. 1 point for Megan Fleming, 1 point for Rain Thone. But the key point in the game was when Lady Cyclones were behind, 42 to 40, and a three-pointer by Kara Davis, and a next trip down, three-pointer by Sarah Velasquez. Back-to-back threes. Lady Cyclones took the lead, never relinquished it, although it looked scary a couple times. But the Lady Cyclones hang on to win this ball game 50-48. Russellville improves to 4-4 on the season. The Lady Devil Dogs fall to 6-4 on the season. Russellville wins it by a score of 50-48. Congrats to Sarah Velasquez with 23 points, Kara Davis with 19, and the entire Lady Cyclone basketball team for the victory here, 50-48. We're going to put a ribbon on this video and stop it, and we'll be back in just a little bit getting ready for boys action. But once again, it's going to be a little bit because they're about to honor probably their best player in girls basketball history, Shekinna Strickland, who led Morrilton to a 2006 state championship, ended up playing for the Tennessee Lady Vols, and was the number 2 overall pick in the WNBA. So we will be on the air in just a little bit on YouTube with the boys game. Once again, our score, the Lady Cyclones 50 and the Lady Devil Dogs 48.